Hey Crafty Peeps, I have some fun Easter DIYs for you, so let's get to it. In this project, I'm using this egg sign from Dollar Tree, as well as this cute bunny fabric also from Dollar Tree, and these eggs, ornaments, and metal letters also from Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to use some of this scrapbook paper and some wrapping paper. So if you don't have printed paper and you want to do a one-stop shop at Dollar Tree, look in their wrapping paper or their tissue section. They have some beautiful prints. Even their gift bags too you can use. And so here is another really pretty wrapping paper that I found as well. It's just perfect for spring. Also, you can see there, I was going to finish the back of this egg sign. In fact, I do finish it, but I didn't need to because in the end, I end up adding it to a sign. Okay, so I'm going to take this fabric and these papers, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere them down onto the eggs. And the metal letters I painted with white chalk paint. So I'm going to go ahead and just hot glue these down onto my big egg. And that tulip you see down in the bottom, that was just a cardboard cutout from my scrapbook stash. You could cut your own if you'd like. I just am trying to use up some stuff, and I just painted it with my paint markers. So I'm just going to adhere all of this down. I'm using my Surebonder Lin Lily glue gun. This is the fine tip. I have been using just the big one, and I've switched over to this fine tip one, and I really like it as well. Not gonna lie, I kind of want them both plugged in at the same time because sometimes I have big things I want to put down, but I'm noticing it's helping a lot for these smaller pieces. Now, because I have raised parts on the left hand of the egg there, when I glue down these other items, they're going to be kind of funky. So what I'm going to do is use this adhesive foam mounting tape, and it's double stick and it's thicker so that you can raise up your image. And you might need to do 1 or 2 layers. And as I put the welcome bunny, I will also do that on the right sides. So I'll show you here close up how I did that. I'm going to make this a double-sided sign. I bought this at Target, and it has these little flip signs, and I want to say it came with 4 Christmas boards. And you know I don't need 4 Christmas boards, double-sided. So I'm making one for each holiday. And so as you could see there, I had my Valentine's one, and now I'm flipping it over to make one for Easter. And so I just need some background paper, and I'm going to use this pink gingham. For this project, I'm going to use this sign from Dollar Tree as well as this egg pack that I got at 99-cent store and these bunnies from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use one of each of those. And then a couple items out of my stash with some ribbon and bunny ears. Again, I'm going to use scrapbook paper that was from the pad that I used in the first project and that I will use throughout this entire video. So I'm just taking that frame off and I'll set it aside. I'm sure I can use it for another project. And then I've cut out the paper already, so you didn't have to watch me cut it out. And I decide not to cover the sides. You can paint them or cover them with paper, but I kind of liked the leafy look. I thought it went with this Easter theme. Now this is just kind of an out-of-the-box DIY because I had so many pieces left still for Easter. I still have a whole box full of things I can use to DIY, but this will be my last spring and Easter DIYs for this year. I actually will do a little bit more, but anyhow, so I'm going to Mod Podge the papers onto the bunny and the egg. So one thing you saw me doing just a second ago was sanding the edges of my sign, and that does two things, especially when you're working with cardstock type printed paper. One, it's going to give you smooth edges, and two, it's going to give you a little white border because most cardstock has white in the middle or underneath the print. So it just gives a nice little finished edge. And I'm going to do that on the egg and the bunny as well. And if you need to get into tight spaces when you're filing, use a nail file. And that is what I use to get in between different spaces. And so I will get the papers all on here and ready to go. And then I can start designing my little sign here. As you see, this is what I was telling you I was doing. Sanding the sides. Okay, they're all sanded. You see how it has that white border? It just finishes it off, and that's just from sanding. I picked up these ear stem from Michael's. I got them last year on clearance. They were, I think, $1, but they do have them this year again. And I had a lot of Easter stuff on clearance last year because that is when COVID shut all the stores down. It was in the spring, and so when the stores reopened, they had to clearance all their spring stuff out, and I took advantage of that. And so that's why I have so many things in my stash. So I just thought those ears would look really cute on the bunny. Another thing I picked up was this ribbon. It's so cute, and I have a hard time with these printed ribbons because they're so cute, and I don't want to lose the design in, you know, if I'm making a bow. So they work really great on wreaths or those like really big over the top bows. But I don't typically do over the top bows, even though I like them. I just am terrible at them. And so I'm good at a simple bow. And so I found a way right here just to kind of add it to the side so you can see how cute those bunnies are. And then I will glue down the rest of my items here, my egg and my bunny, and let's get those down, and then I can glue the ears onto my bunny. I thought that they'd fit perfect. I thought they didn't look too crazy. I hope that you think they look good too. And then I have these Easter letters that is from my scrapbook stash. They're just little chipboard letters that I picked out of there. You could use stickers or whatever you have. And the little yellow square there is also from that scrapbook paper pad, and I just added that to it. The silver alphabet stickers are from Dollar Tree, and I add the word happy with those, and that's really hard to see on screen. They kind of blend in a little. I think if I had white stickers, I would use those instead, but I use the silver, and what you might not be able to see on screen too is that pattern paper has a little silvery tint to it. So that's it. I just added those stickers on, and I just have a cute little tabletop decor piece. I picked up this tag from Dollar General. After Valentine's Day, so it was only 50 cents. I actually grabbed about 5 of them because I think they make great things to make over. I did keep one though as a Valentine because it's super cute. And then I'm going to use papers out of this paper pad that I've been talking about the whole time here. I picked it up at Michael's about 2 weeks ago. They had a special buy one pad, get two for free, and they retail at $19.99. So if you're getting 3 of them, it works out to about $7 after tax. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to go through here and pick some of the papers out. As you can see, there's so many cute prints. And what I love about a lot of these paper pads is they have sheets inside of them that you can cut up and use as embellishments, like the sheet right here. And then I'm going to go back and use that other one that had sentiments on it and choose one of those. So I did not find this paper pad on their website. They do have a couple on the website, and I actually found one that I think is even cuter. This one's spring. The one I found that I'll tag below is Eastery. But they have these in their store all the time, so you might have to go into the store to find it. So I'm just peeling off the top of that tag. It wasn't glued on there very well, so I figured I might as well just peel it off. And so I'm just going to cut the tag shape out of the paper, and then I'm going to decide which one of the sentiments I like the best, and I go ahead and I pick the blue one, and it says, I think it says spring showers bring May flowers is what it says. And then I'm going to take a more solid color paper. It's not totally solid, but it's one that has a very small print on it so that it's not too busy. Because as you can see, if I just set that blue there, it doesn't pop. It's kind of hard to read. So we definitely want to kind of make a mat. I'm not measuring. I'm just kind of guessing about the size that I think will look good behind the blue piece. And as you can see, that just really made it pop. But I want to double mat it. So I'm going to take the pink and make one a similar size. But instead of matting them all on top of each other like in a picture frame you would see, I'm going to actually make them a little bit crooked and just give it some element of, I don't know what I'm trying to say, just not straight and simple. I want to give it some character. That was what I wanted to do, give it some character. I also, I like the little squares there. That is where I got one of the squares for that last project. But I like this little banner. It says bloom and grow, and I'm just going to cut the bloom part off here. These silver flowers are new from Dollar Tree as well. The thing I liked about them and why I grabbed them is because I figured I could paint over them and make them the color I need. But in this particular project, I like the silver. It actually goes because there is silver foiling throughout the paper. Okay, so as you can see, a bunch of embellishments appeared in front of me. And this is how I like to work when I'm making a project like this. I just kind of look around in my stash and find things that I think might match, maybe some brad, some ribbon, maybe I see little embellishments, and so I grab those. So I'm going to adhere this down onto the tag, and that little blue thing is called a tape runner. It's by Tombow. I've been using it for 10, 15 years. I love them, they're refillable, and it's just like a corrector's tape, you know, like whiteout tape. It works the same way, and it's just quick and easy. I love it. So now to work on my little mats behind my picture, I want to give them more character and more texture. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my scissors around the edges, and that's just going to rough them up. And again, it's also going to give some of that white to come through. And then after I go around with my scissors, then I'm going to go around with my fingernail and just kind of peel it up a little bit. And now I want to give my yellow piece a little bit of character, and so I'm going to use this scallop punch on it. This is from Stampin' Up. It's very old. I would say at least 10 years old, and they looks like they no longer have it, but that's okay because Dollar Tree does have the scalloped scissors, and so you can use those. You can grab the zigzag ones. It's great for making mats to just give it a little extra character. This is just something I had. It makes a little bit bigger of a scallop than the scissors, although actually I think the scissors might give it the same size scallop. So grab a pair of those dollar scissors. Much more affordable than the sponge. Okay, so now I have my two mats, and you can see my blue is now a little bit too big, so I'm just going to trim it down to add to the tag. I'm going to adhere everything down. I'm adhering the pink just regular, and then I want to give more dimension, so I'm going to put some of this double-sided foam tape on the back of the yellow piece. And again, this is from Dollar Tree. They have it in a couple different sizes, and it's in the craft section. And then I decide that my blue needs a little texture too, so I go and I give it that same little bit of texture with my scissors. I decided that I liked this bloom to look more like an actual banner than just a strip of paper. So I decided to kind of cut around the little banner pieces, and I just think that made it look better. And then when I add it down, I'll use that foam tape again to give it more of a more texture, but also raise it off of the tag. I'm going to add just a little strip of ribbon down here at the bottom, and I will add that little silver flower. And of course the flower needs a little something in the center, and I will use a yellow button. That little thing of buttons is also from Dollar Tree. They have them in this multicolor, and then they have like a neutral one. So really good selection for $1. And so just add that on. And then lastly, I'm just going to add the twine back onto the top that was there before, and add a couple of the beads that you see there off to the left, which are also from Dollar Tree. So I just find these kinds of projects so fun. It's a way to use up some things in your stash. It's a way just to really create something that you have no idea what it's going to look like when you start. You just kind of start putting elements together. And that's something that's really fun for me. And I think that's part of why I love scrapbooking is I don't know what it's going to look like. I just know I have some pictures and some paper and some embellishment, and I just start piling things on until I like the way it looks. And so I thought this project was really fun. Do you like to do projects like this? Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to start this project with this sign from Dollar Tree. I love these signs for a couple reasons. This one was not very well made. It was hanging over the side, so it was really easy just to peel the whole front off. But why I like these signs is because you get that really cute corrugated bunny, and I know at Valentine's you get the hearts and different holidays, and they make such good farmhouse additions to other projects. And then this is just a really good size for a sign to make. This project is so easy. When you get those scrapbook paper pads, they just have so many good elements in them. That was me vacuuming up the glitter. So this page was in that scrapbook paper. It's gorgeous on its own, and I just thought I'm just going to make a sign out of it. It's super, super easy. And I am going to take some of this purple polka dotish paper, and I'm going to make a trim at the top and the bottom since this paper isn't long enough. It is 12 by 12, so you could grab a 12 by 12 sign from Dollar Tree, but I also kind of liked how it looks with the trim. So I'm just going to cut that trim out. I'm going to use that scallop punch again. And don't forget, yes, again, you can use those scissors to make you can make the zigzag, you can make scallop, all sorts of things. So it's just a matter of gluing this all down. I'm going to add a bow at the end, and that's it. That is it for this project. It's so easy. But it makes such a pretty spring sign. It comes with 2 of these sheets, so you can make one for your friend too. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Leave me a little flower emoji down below so that I know that we hung out the whole time together. I just thought this was so fun, and it's just fun to play with paper. If you love paper like I do, let me know down in the comments. Until next time, happy crafting.